Hope everybody's good.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries, man. It's all good. Just taking a walk. Guy was literally like running up right next to me. Never a dull moment around here. He walked into a house. I saw some protesters might be out protesting the Scientology complex, and thought I'd maybe go over there and take some photographs. It's like dusk right now, so the magic hour. The magic hour is always the best time to take pictures and video. Hey guys, just taking a walk. I saw there might be a couple protesters down at the Scientology complex, so I thought I'd take a walk. I'm supposed to go out a little later, so yeah, I'm walking. What was that movie? I'm Walking Here, Midnight Cowboy. Hey, this is really happening. I'll go down there for a few minutes. William and I are going to do an interview soon. Other people I need to reach out to, Laura FM. I also thought it'd be cool to interview Layla. She seems like a really interesting person, and she's a dedicated activist, and I like to interview interesting people. That's why I got interested in that kind of thing in the first place. Yeah, I used to use Instagram mostly for that. I went private temporarily just because of some weird stuff that just, the usual things that happen. So I set my Insta on private, but I'll probably take it off. Yeah, I saw Selflessself was down there. Wow, that's really not necessary. Like, standard live disclaimer that I cannot control what happens on a live as much as I would like to, in case anything weird happens. Go down there, see what's what. I'm on Fountain, so now I'm all turned around. I think it's this way. We'll call the stream Eric Gets Lost Walking Through His Own City that he lives in. Scooters. You guys ever ride these? I think I said that on a previous stream. They're pretty fun. They're not cheap, by the way. Like, Lime scooters are not at all cheap. They actually... Yeah, you're out. You're out, SBTV. Alright. They don't have them everywhere, I don't think. Might go see Dune 2 later. I caught up last night by watching Dune 1, which is pretty awesome, I gotta say. I read it, but that movie was really good. All right, let's see what's what. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could show the photographs at home. Yeah, I'll be doing more lives from home soon. Combining my, late afternoon walk with a little streaming, I guess. You have Lime Bikes in South Bend, Indiana. That's cool. All right, I'm pretty sure it's this way. Dune 84 loyalist. Hey Adam, what's going on? Across here. That was interesting yesterday. What do you guys think of what you saw in front of the Scientology Center? Starting to get hungry. I just had some water, so. Oh, wait here. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. I did eat some of the food. Like I said, I do try not to do that because as a reporter, like, you're not supposed to take gifts and stuff. I know that sounds weird, but I also was like, basically just broke down hungry. I just lost it. I'll have to send DOA some money so we're back on good ethical ground there. And then I ate a couple empty hot dog buns because I'm kind of a weird guy, but it was still pretty good. Carnival of activism. Yeah, Adam, that's really well said. That's really well said. Okay, yeah, that looks like Safi's, that bar or restaurant. Sorry I don't have the monopod. It's kind of spur of the moment. The phone is pretty good though. Oh, look at my shadow. It's interesting. We hit about 1.2K subscribers. Pretty cool. By the way, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going in the right direction, and then just look right there. I should have just looked up. And then I posted, if you see the post on my channel, I went all, look at this. It's interesting. When was the last time you guys saw a payphone? And if you're younger, do you even know what this is? Do you even know what this is? That's interesting. Yeah, Adam's good with the words. See if Selflessself is still here. Maybe we can do that interview finally. It seemed like that other guy had a really interesting story. And wow, what a talker. And I heard his name is Eric too. Very interesting. This bar looks awesome, by the way. Or this restaurant. The one over here. Safi's. Need to try that place. not while covering any kind of protest. Maybe not. Oh, look at that. Look how nice that is. Beautiful. Oh man, I don't see anybody. Oh, is that him? I think he's over there. Yeah, I think that's him right there. I'll say hello to him. So the guy's just smoking. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids. I mean, you have the right to do what you want, but it's not a great idea. There he is. That looks like the car that Jess got that time, Jess Palmadesa, the rental. Yo, what's up, man?
What's up?
I just want to say hi. I was out on I usually take a walk at, at night, at dusk. But
yeah, the changing of the light is a nice time.
yeah, it's the magic hour.
That's right.
Yeah. So this is activist Selfless, which who you guys know.
Yes. This is Eric, and is it Levi?
It's LeVay.
LeVay.
Yeah.
With an A.
Do you go by do you just go by Selfless, or you?
Yeah, nowadays.
Cool.
And,
No worries.
that may change.
Yeah.
People are dropping hints all over the place, but yeah, that may change. I'm trying to protect the people in my life, because stuff like this gets weird sometimes. It causes a lot of confugality.
Oh, I know.
In a lot of people's lives. So as long as I can spare them from it, it's not that they can't defend themselves. Like I'd like
Hey, Gigi, how you doing?
really see them go for it, because oh dear, would it get stupid.
I hope nothing happens.
Yeah, but you never know. And so for now, and I've asked they'd rather not. So I am this.
Yeah. I get it, man. It's not easy.
All right, and I think the first move, showing up at the Ideal Org, going right after the, David Miscavige's crown jewels, and going toe to toe with the cops, didn't make a lot of friends. So, I mean, I made friends in this community.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be particular, especially the police if they wanted to target me. And Chicago, who knows what they're going to do? They do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Chicago police. Sorry we didn't get to do that interview. That guy's a much better talker than me, and he has a bigger story. His name's Eric too, right? Yeah, dude. You got a lot of praise for that, man. Congratulations.
I mean, it was just like luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Just sitting here, and I just happened to engage with him.
Yeah.
And he came back today.
Yeah.
And I talked for another hour, and he's got a lot more to say. And he's making plans for exactly what to say next too. Because I mean, there are some holes in the story, or some things that haven't been completely fleshed out.
Hey guys.
Modalities in here that aren't covered as well, and in particular levels of specificity that I think he wants to address.
I'd like to talk. I mean, he seems like his name is on his channel, which is for someone like me, for a reporter, that's important. For just if I'm going to interview like a ex-Scientologist, so
Correct.
I'd really like to speak with him.
Absolutely. It seems like he's going to be looking for people to speak to.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the community is, they're rip-roaring ready to go.
Yeah.
Because, he should definitely be on, like, Aaron Smith-Levin should have the dude on.
Yeah.
We should have him on. And any of these survivors that come out and are daring enough to take this first step, they should be elevated to the highest levels of this organization, and boosted and supported as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to hear. I mean, I heard some of the interview. It's hard to hear that stuff. I'm sure it was hard for you too.
No, I mean,
like,
the life is really hard. What's harder is being in the presence of like denying these truths, and like the actual Scientologists that are here doing harm and they're completely blank. I mean, this guy coming up to me and opening up like his can of worms and having the story the first time is so hopeful.
Yeah.
Gives you hope that, you know, other injured people that were injured by Scientology that are probably all over the place here might see things like this and might try to reach out and exercise these demons and unburden themselves.
Yeah, talking with anything. I've talked about that on my channel because I always like, I don't know, like I'm newer to streaming, but I believe in being open and honest, especially about mental health. So I'm open about struggles I have sometimes. And,
Yes.
And anyway, so I think that's important. It's important just across the board.
Yeah.
So people know, you know, it's, hey, I can talk about these things, like,
Yeah.
right?
I'm reflexively kind of open book about my mental health and my struggles, if anybody asks. I'll give you the whole story. Maybe it's too much, but
No,
the
man.
lack of no, for some people it is.
Oh.
But I find on the other side, the lack of sharing these kinds of stories is dangerous for people that are in. It makes them feel more isolated and alienated if they're going through stuff like addiction. You know, freaking screw you, YouTube. Unaliving ideation. Like I hate you and your suicidal ideation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like screw you, YouTube. You know, unfortunately, euphemistic language like this is like maybe it's good for your damn metrics and everything.
No, not me, guys.
Not good for survivors.
The other Eric. Sorry, they were asking if I was a Scientologist. No, the guy that Selflessself was filming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about
It'd be
that.
interesting if you're no, of course.
Got to correct that one. Just right.
Absolutely.
Right
No,
away.
I'm not just
A little bit.
Yeah, absolutely not. So, you know, I've lost a lot of friends along the way, and you know, to the fact that there are these barriers in between, like most of society and the injured and the cursed and the damned and the throwaways of society. You know, some people are so made or have trauma early on that, you know, maybe they're not as approachable as other people. And most people, they crave some kind of normalcy or predictability in people's personalities, and any derivation from that will have them discard people like completely.
And I was going to say that even apart from Scientology, as you know, like abusers depend on silence and silence and secrecy, and it's a weapon to have the courage to speak out, like right. Like about whatever's going on with you. And taking away their power like that is so important.
Indeed. Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, who's going to believe you?
I'm about to start crying here. This got a little deep. I was just going to come down here and take a walk.
Who's going to leave you?
Yeah.
A lot of abusers will say.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, especially if it's like low order probability, right? Where it's not the regular thing that everybody say, or like what everybody's concentrating on right now. If it's not that, because people are just kind of conscious enough to recognize what's on the front line and maybe what they're being told by the news media about this is the new class of people that we need to pay attention to, who have been abused, who have been damaged. And it would be great if maybe there's more education about what abuse is, you know, the traps, the pitfalls of it, more how to reach out, and there's more outreach being done, but there's so much ingrained and long-standing prejudice. There's so much momentum behind so many biases against people who are mentally ill. It's probably going to take like a generation to get to the point where we can have some real acceptance for everybody who's struggling. But it would take like a full court press thing to get there.
Yeah, man. It's it's been Zeppelin, huh? Is that Kashmir? Yeah.
I think it's a live version.
Oh yeah. That won't trigger
Is this a recent one with Jason? Or no, that sounds like an old live recording.
Yeah. Good call.
Like maybe Nebworth.
Yeah, fellow music guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean Kashmir. Jeez Louise, what a powerful song. What a
Shoot.
powerful drum part. But Jason Bonham recently, when they did that last
Yeah.
reunion with him, he stuck the landing. It was wonderful. There was one concert where they got together and they only had a couple days of rehearsal. It was ill-fated, and it didn't go very well. But this last time, it was the magic.
We should do maybe I don't know, like I do a lot of the sit down interviews too. Maybe we could like
Please, yeah, anytime,
be
just
fun.
let me know, and you'll sit me down wherever, and I'll be there, and I'll answer your questions.
We can even do a remote like StreamYard style.
Oh, sure,
or whatever.
absolutely.
Or should you? I mean, I was gonna say you're in town for a while. You could come by or whatever, man.
Yeah,
Just,
absolutely.
you
No,
know,
I'm down. Yeah, let me know where and when, and I'll try to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
or just sit on
Very
the.
interested.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Like, yeah. Yeah, I'll do them. The chat knows. Like, I'll do them at my place. Like,
Cool.
I don't do it out front, like with the
Right.
address or anything. But
Yeah. Indeed.
like, but
I know.
but
Yeah, you also play guitar, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the guitars on the wall. So that's another thing. Like to check out your axes. Yeah.
So, I was gonna. And by the way, I know you've been Irish, so if you gotta go, man, just
No,
jam.
no. I'm here all day and night. Like I got out here late, like 2 something. Started streaming at like 3, and so it's still early in the day for me, since I've been out here like 6-8 hours, like at a stretch usually.
Yeah, I saw there was one of the. I think his name is Tao. Was he out here?
Yeah. That's what the chat is saying. Maybe he's up the other way.
Yeah, I saw him. I mean, I'm cool here, but you know, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I think he was. I saw him yelling.
Oh, he's yelling.
But that was like 20 minutes ago.
Well, yeah. If you want to take, let's take a little sojourn.
Or whatever you want to do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, I'd much rather talk to you than one person yelling. But you do your thing. I'll follow it either way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's always.
Which one's more the fool, or the fool who follows him? That's Obi-Wan, guys. That's Obi-Wan.
A lot of times I'm doing my own commentary. A lot of times at protests, it's the interesting thing is often not, like it's not like the speeches, and it's always like the environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still
captured most times.
He said he's yelling by the parking lot. I'll leave it up to you, man.
Right on.
If you,
well,
I'm cool, but if you want to capture that, I'll follow.
No, I don't want to capture that. I thought you were suggesting.
Oh, my bad.
I thought
See?
you were.
No. We'll go back to the. Go back to the parking. We'll go back to parking meter. That's because everybody's too polite here.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah, that's right. You got to get your New England back. You know, like the friendly "fuck you, buddy."
The chat says they like it right here.
It's beautiful.
They like this conversation.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna hang out here. If Selflessself is cool with that.
I am super
Sue.
cool with that.
Yeah, because you guys know me. You guys know I'm not really into that stuff. I respect that some activists use that, but
Oh, I use it all the time. I yell at these people. I call them dumb motherfuckers because they are. And sometimes you got to be straight with people to kind of get your message through. But you know, it takes all different kinds of messages, and I use all sorts of different strategies where it
Thanks, Peaceful
is
Drama.
apt. And certainly, I start yelling
That's nice.
all sorts of swears, and they threaten my very life. You know, I don't think it's like a really good idea for bullies in general, like to like acquiesce or defer, show any fear, show any hesitation or resistance to anything that they do. Immediately respond. Immediately respond as if you are ready for action. That's what bullies respond to, basically, because they're usually not used to somebody turning around and going, you know, stutter stepping at them.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, what are you doing? I'm like, well, come on, you nearly killed me with a car. And that comes in the form of me calling them incompetent motherfuckers.
No, I mean that's
and yelling.
You got to respond to that. I saw that. They almost hit. That person almost hit you.
Sure. You know, stuff like that. And then it also comes to the point where, I mean, some of these people are out here. You know, they're engaged willfully in the damage of very many people, including children. And I think there's definitely a time and a place for politeness and trying to reason with people and have a reasoned argument, but you also have to act as though there are lives on the line, that
There are
actual lives
Yeah,
being
there
damaged
are.
and being destroyed.
Yeah.
And if you don't act as though that's the case, then people get the wrong impression
Yeah.
about what this is. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's kind of, I don't know. They're
Yeah.
having a reasoned discussion.
Yeah.
You know, you like, it's part of demonstrating your anger.
Yeah.
Keep it up, man.
Thank
Good
you
job.
very
Yeah,
much.
how you doing?
Yeah, indeed. Say what?
Is that from here, what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm talking about Scientology.
Oh.
Yeah, we're out here protesting Scientology because it's a destructive, predatory cult.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very
He's protesting and I'm capturing his protest.
I just got it. Excellent. Thank you very much. That was all the effort on the honks. That was brilliant. Man, I've got the reflection of the setting sun coming on. You have a halo.
Oh,
No, it's perfect.
I got this. Cool.
You know, put on
Capture.
the shades if you like, but I'm just saying you got
That's
a halo.
perfect.
You're
I'm use that for the channel.
you're LA Jesus. Look out.
Okay.
Without the beard.
Like, comment, subscribe to see more awesome images of me as the sun sets. A lot of we got t-shirts coming. No, we should.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely in support of you, man.
Yeah, we're
Good-
getting some honks
good for
off
you.
of the sign, and that's borrowed strategy. There's a bunch of honk signs in Denver. Oop Media is one
Okay.
of these guys. He has like a well framed out sign, hard, and a stick, so he can raise it up high, and so it's a rectangle. But he's got like exploded letters, like out of a comic book.
Yeah.
It says honk, the exploded line,
Yeah.
and then if you think Scientology is a cult, and I mean it bothers those people to no end. During rush hour, I mean this gets some honks. Thank you.
You know,
He gets so many. Oop Media's the honk
check out this.
master.
Yeah, that's sorry about that.
Of course.
Just supposed to go out a little later. Might be seeing Dune 2.
Oh, sweet.
But
Oh, sweet. Have you read the books?
so I read the first one.
Yeah,
read,
Dune.
Yeah, I guess the big one, and you know I was gonna tell you too.
So before you see the second one, oh no, you don't have enough time. You should probably read the second book.
Yeah. Do I have enough time in
No.
30 minutes?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, are you a speed reader?
Yeah. You know, I was gonna tell you that was funny. Like about on that note, so I was thinking about.
Talk about a cult.
I was thinking about the chat. I was thinking about this is to the chat too, like both our chats. I was thinking about that billboard.
Oh,
The one
the one down there.
The one that got taken down
Yeah.
over pressure. And
Yeah.
you know what I was thinking about? Like it sounds. If you have a philosophy or an organization that you believe has the truth.
Yes.
But anyway, the obvious thing, but it can stand up to one little criticism, a little billboard.
Right.
That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
how can those two things can't both be true? You
But
can't, right?
I mean, it's true of any
Yeah.
totalitarian or fascist regime.
Yeah.
They all have the same level of control,
Yeah.
and they all cannot stand criticism.
Yeah.
And in that, they are ultimately brittle and
Yeah.
born into that
Yeah.
are the seeds of their destruction. Is once
Yeah.
you have a crack in the dam, once
Yeah.
you're able to inform the population a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, usually dictators die. Not so nice death. That's what
Yeah.
most of them get killed before their time, because things like that end all of a sudden. Mussolini is maybe one of the more brutal and visually.
Remember Gaddafi?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, seriously,
Yeah.
that was very, very bad.
when the people aren't too happy when they
Yes, thank you.
that's the thing about being a dictator. It's good while it lasts for the dictator, but when it doesn't last, it's over.
Correct. And so, I think this is what the expansionist wars for Vladimir Putin is all about. He's promised all of this to his people the whole time, the Greater Russia project, and he's coming up to the end of his ability to be able to rule that country. And if he doesn't deliver, they're going to eat him alive.
I mean, yeah, I'd be interested in having when we do our conversation. I'd like to talk about that too.
Sure.
I've reported a lot on organized crime and some things that I think we would you would be interested in
For sure.
we would both talk about. But
Absolutely.
he's backed himself into a real. I mean, that war is obviously going nowhere,
It's
and
very, very nowhere.
uh,
Unless he does something drastic, which everybody has been kind of talking about
yeah,
for a long time. But that also doesn't seem like it's really in the cards. A tactical nuke by. That's what I mean.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you can only send so many of your own people, young men, usually into who go into the army off to die like that before people lose it,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Um,
And the losses are very, very heavy. But the control over Russian society is very, 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 very
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
And the punishments for speaking out are extremely
Yeah.
severe. So yeah, saying the word war was 10 years. You know.
Yeah.
When they're saying there isn't one. Saying war out on the street as a protester got you 10 years. Gets you 10 years.
There's been some good. I don't know if you saw the New York Times had a good article on the sort of like Russian assassination. There's one in Spain not long ago of someone who defected.
Right.
And it's just
No, I didn't see it.
yeah, it's just always interesting to read about their.
There was another like radioisotope of some awful freaking heavy element.
This time, trigger warning for the violence. They shot the guy.
Yeah,
and then they ran him over.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so
but-
just brutal, regular thugging.
hey, how you doing, man? What's going on?
To say hello.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
up, man? This is
hello, of
I was on the
it's Tao,
other
right?
side. I kind of
Yeah.
yes.
How you doing, man? What's going on?
Uh,
Eric.
Eric,
Yeah.
nice
What's going
to
on,
meet
man?
You. I've met you before.
You met like one time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
What's
was
up, man?
very, very
Oh.
slim in passing. So, but good seeing you
Yeah,
guys.
nice to see you, man.
I literally just wanted to pass by because
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually gonna go pick up like. You guys have ever had like mochi donuts?
Oh wow.
Oh, no,
sounds delicious.
Really interesting.
So we're doing that right now, but
All right,
I was like,
fantastic.
if I'm on the way, let's surprise them. And yeah, they're not happy in the front. William's over there.
Wait.
A lot of activity. A lot
Hey,
of
guys.
people out there.
Hey
Are
guys,
you saying
anytime.
Willie
Sorry, I'm
Wood?
not reading the
No,
chat
not
as
Willie
much.
Wood, no.
It's just because I'm
Not streets.
No, you mean
I'm listening to
security.
Selflessself.
Yeah.
Beardy, my
Streets-
enemy.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Streets doesn't like the building.
No.
He
Yeah,
said
I'd like
it
to-
on like a live. I can't remember with who, but he said it with somebody. I think it was with Natalie the other day. And there was, like,
Is it
good,
Chi
like,
Chicana? I always feel like I'm not saying your.
Absolutely.
It was really nice meeting you.
creepy,
I always feel like I'm
like,
not saying the
down
name
and
right.
low and
Absolutely.
nasty.
No, that's why.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was so nice meeting you. And we got to.
Showing no fear.
All of us
This
need to
is
talk
the
more about
belly
the
of
100
Yeah,
loans.
absolutely.
joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Look
I
at
did
the
trace about
Labyrinth
100 loans
Flophouse.
from different
Yeah, that's a
Scientology
joke.
entities.
I mean, that's what it is, right?
Absolutely.
They don't
And that
believe in
took a
cross,
while.
they don't believe in Easter.
That took a while.
All these things, it's just, it's BS. It's nonsense.
All they got is that it was a historical building and they've slapped their damn name on it like just about everything else.
They also have the milestone, really the sin shows your time is built on Brick Road. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's
disgusting.
just, this whole thing is just disgraceful. It's really all it is.
Yeah.
It's a speck of spit beneath like the ground that is fermented, right? Into
Right.
Aren't,
you know, just
aren't we all kind of like that though? Not to
Just
get all
dust.
not to get
eventually, right?
not to get metaphysical.
Dust in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wind, dude. Dust in the
Yeah,
wind.
yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but at
But
any,
no,
at any
yeah.
moment.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Life is crazy.
Yes, it is.
It can happen all at once at any time.
It's always a good day to not be Nicole.
Correct.
It's also a great day to remember to be
Yep.
aware that we're very privileged to not have been trafficked into it.
Hell yeah. Thank you
think
for
that's
saying that.
a
That's
big,
always
big
good to
thing.
remember. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I actually had something like a childhood. It was pretty great.
yeah, see
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
learned a lot about them.
Yeah.
And these cats don't get that opportunity.
No.
Yeah, I've been around the world and I.
Yeah.
But maybe I've got
Well, guys, be careful out here.
I agree. Great job yesterday.
Short of swatting and everything else.
Yeah, man. Take care.
So,
Yeah, really nice to.
Please, because last time we were here, it was me, Zach, and Jacob before everybody else got here.
All
We
right.
thought Jacob was like literally gonna get swatted, and we
Yep.
were like getting in position. I was like, okay, what side? Like this
Exactly.
angle, you went this angle. Like
Right,
we were
right,
like,
right.
we can't avoid it sometimes, right?
No. And just, comply with everything, no sudden movements, and make sure you don't die.
Don't reach for your pocket, right? 'Cause that's
I-
your
Yeah.
opportunity to.
Yeah, exactly.
I reached out to a lawyer today about because I'm a reporter and I don't know if we talked much last time, Tal, but like I'm trying to get specifically that one swatting call with the one where with DOA when he was face down in this
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
because
Yes.
they denied it. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Three.
Yes.
I'm going to see if we can push that a little because it was denied because they said it was an active investigation, and that's possible. There might be nothing I can do, but so I have this pro bono possibility. So we'll see if we can get that
heck
call.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
At the end of the
Absolutely.
day, all of it falls into building more awareness, right?
yeah.
You bet.
And whether it's like, unfortunately, bad
Well, if
media
you
coverage,
catch the
or
actual
good,
person, a prosecution.
right?
Yeah, I'm going to stop
that far.
apologizing. You're right.
Yeah. So like.
There's layers.
No. But I mean, for
There's
me,
always
for me,
layers.
swatting.
I apologize
should
for
be
being awesome.
prosecuted on the
No,
level
I'm
of
just joking.
attempted homicide.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
If you can prove mens rea, if you can prove that they had, malice of thought and forethought,
Like reasonable intent.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can prove that and they did the swatting, it should be something around that.
In the nature, right? It should
Yeah,
be in that
absolutely.
nature.
That's what I mean.
So let's hope it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's
They
behind
know
that
it. We're not
swatting.
even really like
No.
shouting. They knew.
I think-
oh, they saw this right
I think there's
away.
2 to 3 possibilities.
Lovely.
I think it's very possible too that.
Now we know.
Well, I don't want to elaborate till I know for sure, but that's the whole point of reporting, right? Is to find out the truth
Sometimes
about
it
what
can-
actually happened,
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But we've been like that time,
which is why I want to get that
That
call,
was
so
that, yeah,
I can
that's
find
what
out.
that was.
and he had to stop short.
That was quick. That was a quick example.
Well, it's also absolutely. Wow, life. Thank you for providing this example.
Yeah.
It's also super dangerous on the street, going up and down, and changing the light. You're driving right into the sun or right away from it, and it's when the most accidents happen.
My shoelace is untied. Hang on.
Of course they
No apology.
do. No,
It's just awful here. It's awful there.
Yeah, it's awful everywhere.
in L. Ron Hubbard way, right, guys? All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Thank you. So
Oh no, we're
much
just hanging out,
for
man.
being
Nice
here,
to see you.
guys.
Yeah,
Good
take care.
seeing you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I'm like running.
Oh, no.
Literally
Awesome.
like in sweats, like just running. Donuts, chill day.
Wonderful.
Back to
Yeah,
business, But
No, but it looks like super chill raver. Like,
Like-
you're going to like a down tempo drum and bass night.
I mean, I wish it was. This is the fun for today. Is being able to be out here. That was the fun.
Yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah.
only out here for what, 15 minutes, but 15 minutes is better than what? Nothing. So.
Indeed.
Well said.
Every little
Well
bit.
said. Yeah. Take care.
Yes.
Take care. Be safe out there.
Well. A pleasant gentleman.
And
Hey, Danny. Welcome back.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See, I'm getting the hang of this, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
comment, and subscribe.
Indeed,
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hello.
What's going on?
How are you doing?
Hey, good. How you
alright.
doing? What's happening, man?
I'm from another country,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and for me, just interested. You have meetings.
We're out here protesting against Scientology.
Oh.
Basically trying to bring awareness about how destructive this pseudo-religious cult is to people's lives. And so we're trying to, piece at a time, I don't know, come around here, maybe inform some people as to the destruction that they're doing to families, to children, and to the elderly, and the many crimes of this child trafficking cult. So, and as well, kind of annoy them with some street chalk, Which, yeah. So,
What's this?
so over here.
So I guess I think this guy was just walking by. I think he might be traveling. So Selfless is I can hear Tao yelling. So I think Selfless is showing him what they're doing out here. Wow, look at that! Look at the light. This is perfect. See, I like this. I did enjoy filming yesterday's thing, but it was also, there was a lot going on, a lot of input. Look at this shot right here. Love it. Did he yell a promo code? That's funny. Promo code, I don't know. Yeah, this is nice.
No, I don't have a personal belief in any god. No, I do
I
not.
don't believe in all gods.
Yeah. And I haven't found any of the evidence to be convincing. That's generally the thing. Is,
So you think
but
this
I've
is?
read a lot of it.
Yeah. You think this is dangerous?
Very dangerous, absolutely. Well, there are a number of survivors, people that grew up in Scientology that have gotten out, that at length have told their stories about exactly how damaging this is. Say, if you're born into this organization, you don't get to learn about the regular world. You don't get the education that we might get, anything outside world. If say, you go into their higher order, the C organization, you don't get access to the internet, they don't let you connect to contact.
And guys, remember, as always, for the $3,000 super chat, I will go into the blue building, take the personality test, join OSA, but only for 3K. All right, SBTV. Make sure we follow up on that.
So that's how they try and keep connected. So it's a number of crimes.
For not one penny less than 3K. Now my other shoe is untied. Oh no, hang on. As someone who's done a lot of, yeah, I mean, I know a lot about intelligence, and there's something, I probably would know a lot about what they do in there, sadly enough. I mean, it's not rocket science. They gather information on, I'm not on the inside there, but they gather info. That's thanks, Ishikana. I want to be fair and say that, like, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Scientologists, they do a lot of bad stuff there. That's what we can all take away from this. We're on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Across from the... There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care. What are you visiting LA?
Huh?
You're a tourist? You're visiting?
No,
you live here?
I work for a job.
Oh, job. Cool. All
I
right.
hope you find it.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Thank
All right, congratulations. Take care.
So that fine young gentleman is from Russia.
Russia, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, he's just curious about what we're doing. Gave him the basics, and it's a very quick study.
I was curious about what you're doing. You're doing you're an activist, man. Like I'm just a guy filming, but you do good work. I mean,
I try.
You
it's like again, I started early, and it seems pretty easy. The other thing, I don't know, playing shows, like afterwards, you're having a conversation with like a whole bunch of people that you never met, and you've got to, like, well, for a lot of people, you're still on stage when you're off stage.
Yeah.
And so you've got to put up some kind of something.
Yeah.
And so I just got used to talking to a whole lot of different kinds of people all over the place.
Yeah. It's important.
You know, or like being on a bus tour in Europe, you're like a different country, different language, different culture, sometimes different money every day. So that can kind of wipe your personality away, because like your regular stuff, like whatever it is that works around your hometown or, you know, your home country, just doesn't work everywhere. And so you have to meet kind of more people where they're at, more than sometimes you would like. I found that I needed to recover myself after like a few months of that.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I feel for that. I mean, you said he's from Russia.
Yes. He's last lived in Moscow, he said.
He's a young guy. I'm glad he's over here.
It's a toughie.
I mean, if he wasn't here, he's a young guy. He'd probably be fighting in Ukraine.
Yeah,
which-
they might try. You know, I mean, there's all sorts of ways that you could run and hide or make excuses for yourself or do something else. But yeah, no, they're trying to drag up every military-age person that they possibly can and throw them into that meat grinder. So you're right. Yeah, it's got much better chances right here. Looking for a job in LA. Yeah.
I think he said he was working, or he said something, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I think he was looking for a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I could be wrong.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
We'll s- we'll s-
Three then. This is now something.
I'm pitching some stories. Like
Oh hell yeah.
But, yeah.
Because
It's rough out there.
You've got great angles on stuff.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, I very much hope you get picked up some more because you seem to do really good work.
Thanks,
and,
man.
and especially what you pick is like kind of close to my heart. The kind of corruption, organized crime,
Yeah.
government, religions, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my bread and butter. And I think, the exposure of all this is going to do some of the most good for reporting in our current milieu.
Yeah. When I wrote the 3 stories about the loans, which, hey, Kara, thanks for doing that. That's nice of you. Yeah, I know there's some new people jumping in. So like, I'm the one who wrote about a 3-part, 3 stories on the loans that Scientology got during the COVID pandemic called the PPP program.
Yep.
So that was a pretty big story. I was proud to report through $10 million through almost 100 separate entities, and those. Yeah, it took a little while. So those are available on and thank you ProPublica for synthesizing, because when the data was released,
Right.
it was they obviously, first of all, it was like, I think Steve Mnuchin was in charge at the time of the Treasury Department.
Yuck.
They didn't want, I mean, yes, like they didn't want anyone to know. So they released it in this weird spreadsheet.
Well, he was the corrupt frickin' president of Ukraine's goddamn campaign manager. He's
Yeah.
like pro-Russian as you get
Shoot,
for an American.
I don't even remember that one. There's
No, he Black Manafort and Stone were this lobbying group that did all this work in the 1980s. They were the most disgusting thing in Washington, D.C. And then they got all busted up because they did a bunch of dirty tricks. And Paul Manafort went around the world, like getting all sorts of dictators elected in Africa. And then it was, it's Lukashenko. No, not. Who's the guy who got ousted from the Maidan protest?
Yeah, this was Mnuchin though, Steve Mnuchin. I was talking about a different guy. Unless Mnuchin, it's possible that he. I don't remember him working in Ukraine. No worries, man.
Oh,
No. But Manafort's.
Manafort.
We could do a whole Manafort conversation. Believe
Damn
me.
it. No, Steve Mnuchin.
You remember Mnuchin?
Sorry, of course I do.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine, man.
Wow, it's another M. A weird M name.
No. It's Matt. Believe me.
So Steve Mnuchin.
No, it's when the data was released. It was so hard to. They released it in this Excel, which is impossible.
Right.
But luckily,
Mr. Billionaire.
ProPublica wrote. They created a website where you could look up, and that's how I was able to use it. That's called data journalism. Thank you, ProPublica, for doing that. Because I couldn't have written those. I don't think I could have written those stories without it.
Excellent.
But yeah, man, I know it's hard when you get. Sometimes these people, like, in your mind can get a little, because there's so many of them. You're like, Manafort.
Mnuchin, Manafort.
Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
I get it.
I can see both of them. I mean, they were both some of the worst people who ever did the jobs that they had.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of the worst.
well, Manafort, not to, how you doing?
And I even said his name when I was talking
No,
about
it's-
that, because I said Black Manafort and Stone.
I mean, not to go on a tangent, but like Trump already said that I think he said he'll hire Manafort, should he win. That's somebody who,
Yikes.
for everybody who knows, was convicted, and then I think he was pardoned.
Correct.
So he's already been convicted in a court of law
Correct.
and pardoned, and he said he'll hire him again
Yeah.
to do the same job.
He's not going to get a security clearance.
His business partner was literally Konstantin Kalemnik, was literally a Russian intelligence operative.
Yeah.
Literally.
Both. Yeah, the nexus between all of that is insane.
Konstantin V. Kalimnik, who is still on Twitter as the guy. Literally is, what's it? I'm trying to remember the Twitter account. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway,
Viktor Yanukovych. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Thank you, Martha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. Good job.
Yeah. Manafort was the campaign jerk face for Yanukovych. Thank you.
yeah,
Viktor.
he took a lot of. That guy never met someone he didn't want to take money from.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did, almost like Mother Teresa.
That sounds like a conversation too.
Well, it's Chris Hitchens,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Chris Hitchens, the
Right.
missionary position, was the book the pamphlet that he did on Mother Teresa, exposing the dirty money that he took from like the Duvalier family and a bunch of other people.
That was the name of the
Didn't
book?
give it to the poor.
That was the name of the book.
Yeah, the missionary position.
Sorry, Chad. Nothing we can do about that. That was the name of the book.
Yeah, it
so
sure was. Like the Bill Clinton one is no one left to lie to. That's pretty great about how Bill Clinton is an inveterate, an incurable liar. It's fairly true. And the one on God, I mean, his titles is the exact negation of Allahu Akbar, which is God is not great, and the subtitle being How Religion Poisons Everything.
wow,
It's a
interesting.
very good book.
How religion poisons.
Yes.
You see me doing that shot real quick. That was good.
Nice.
I'm full of surprises, chat.
That's right. Look at it.
I'm-
This guy's
I'm getting the hang of this thing.
he's Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We'll do the. This is nice.
Well, this is kind of mean streets-ish for a Scientology.
You got any plans for today, or are you just gonna probably take
I'm
a?
always winging it.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
that.
always being blown around by the winds. I'm kind of feeling the boulevard and maybe the testing center and the LRH, stupid memorial trying to be the Ritz-Carlton looking damn building over there with all the stars. There's
Okay.
good sushi over there.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I picked up. I got a good roll. I'm gonna try another one. Kind of one of the most efficient forms of food for this kind of protest for this body. Yeah, I might go over there and see what's happening in the evening and stomp all over their good time.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah, maybe I don't know how much sidewalk chalk I mean, it'd be impossible really I'd have to do like one stroke at a time while all these people are running around. But it might be worth it.
Thanks, Shishakana. In the chat, Shishakana said journalists are activists for the people. I really like that.
Yes, Chichi.
And Maria and Nobel Prize winning journalist Maria Ressa literally said, she won the Nobel Prize and she's a Nobel Prize winner in journalism, and literally said, I think she's from the Philippines. She said journalism is activism.
Yes, it
And-
is. I mean, when it gets down to it and they're trying to shut down everything,
Right.
like it's the primary source by which the people can get any idea of what's going on. And how does any of this start without any of that initial information? I think a lot of, the beginning of the cracks in Scientology were reporting
Right.
at the very beginning. Some big news articles and some bad interviews. Like that David Miscavige freaking interview.
That one on was it Inside Edition or something?
It's the only one that he
Yeah.
that he did.
On that note, so just a little earlier, I was just doing a little research, and I found, I think it's LA Magazine. It's an article. So a writer from the LA Times, he was one of the two reporters who wrote that huge scoop in the 90s on Scientology. It was one of the biggest exposés. He goes into detail about what happened to him.
Yeah.
And it's not that everybody, the people in your chat, my chat, you and I, we know this stuff, but it was horrifying to actually, there were some things there that I've never even seen.
Right.
It was, I actually want to get this guy on this reporter on my channel.
Absolutely.
It was,
It would be is very helpful, I think, for all of us to tie in all of these things.
His pet was, you know what, I don't even, it's so disgusting. I don't even want to talk about what happened to this guy, but he was he paid a high price for reporting that story.
Right.
Um,
so yeah.
And he interviewed, I think he ends up going to Texas and interviewing, I think, Marty Rathbun about what happened. So anyway.
Right. So yeah, the chat just reminded me, the one interview was Nightline.
Oh, it was a Nightline.
Ted Koppel.
Oh, you're right. Adam said the same thing, Mike. Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Who said that? Very helpful. Thomas Sitz. Thank you for that.
Nightline.
Yeah, no.
Never again.
No, nothing ever again. He got roasted, and they came back he extended it to try to, give him an opportunity to try to wind it back, and he just dug it further worse. It's really horrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As Eric was saying, if you use Scientology to try to fix this stuff, you will only make it worse. And I think that's what David was trying to do in that interview.
Oh yeah, he was like, was he trying to use techniques and stuff like to go back at him, like with questioning, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I was doing that, especially at first, but once like you could see he was off balance.
Okay.
Then it was just, it was a total shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just didn't have it. He looked bad. He wasn't able to represent himself well on TV, so much so that he's never gone back.
Yeah, I mean, people, especially people who are in a position of authority and wherever, within an organization, like within a bubble or whatever word you want to use, he's in charge, right? So like, they step out of the bubble.
Yes.
And look what happened.
Right, exactly.
Like, look what happened.
Well, he's got no skills with people who don't just follow all of his orders and are willingly beat up by him on the day-to-day. So
I'm real good at, setting the trap is a mean thing, but
no.
In reporting, sometimes, you're trying to get to the truth, but sometimes, you ask the question.
But it's not, if you're using your intellect, if you're asking Socratic questions, this is like the beginning of Western
That's
philosophy and everything.
Yes.
Is to know that you don't, and maybe they don't either.
Yeah.
And to try to question and continue to question to get to the bottom of anything.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of anything, still ask some more questions.
Yeah. I've had my moments, that's for sure.
Because at the bottom, there is no bottom.
Yeah.
It seemingly keeps going.
I was like, I didn't even know if I'm kind of slow sometimes. I actually have a philosophy degree, but I'm
Excellent.
I was like, I don't even know if I got that, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it sure does. That's a tough one. What is it? Steve Martin also got a philosophy degree, and I think in one of his comedy records from the 70s, he says, "Yeah, I learned just enough to know exactly how fucked I am."
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's a philosophy major.
And he's a great writer, actually.
Oh, incredible writer.
Yeah.
Picasso at the Le Pen is Gilles. You remember that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great play, chat.
It's unreal. And especially not being just a regular old playwright.
Right.
He's trying the articles, his books of witticisms, his observations, a play, a movie.
Yeah.
Seemingly the guy has a lot of ideas.
Yeah,
and he can act, and he can play the banjo like nobody's damn business. His Foggy Mountain has always been really good.
Yeah, there's a really good book. It's called, let me think about this for a second. Okay. I think it's called Trials of the Monkey, and I don't know if you heard of that book. It's by Charles Darwin's great grandson, I think.
Oh, okay.
He became a screenwriter. He became quite successful in Hollywood. So it's a memoir about his own life, and some of it it's a low key, I don't know, he makes fun of himself for saying basically when we talk about evolution that he started with, he's talking about de-evolution because Darwin is a genius, and he's like, go down all these generations. Now I'm a Hollywood screenwriter. Like, what happened? But the point being, like, long story short, as I remember, his wife. I'm just gonna wait a sec. How you doing? Hey. Hi. His wife left him for Steve Martin.
Oh wow.
And there's a part where he literally is like, he's saying something like, how could you do, like, how, in his mind's eye, he's like, who's more talented and handsome than me and all this stuff. And then when she's like, I'm leaving you for Steve Martin, he's like,
Oh.
actually, this guy literally is all those things more than.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so sad. But you laugh. Like,
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, he actually is more.
That is nature, right there. That's mate selection. It's just how it goes.
Oh, everyone wanted to know your channel.
Oh yeah, at Selflessself. So selfless and then self, all one word.
Yeah.
3 S's in the middle there. Selflessself.
Yep. Mine is Eric LeVay.
Yeah.
Selfishly.
Eric LeVay, absolutely.
So it's
The Trial of the Monkey. So Martha Simon definitely knows this.
It's a great book.
I also miss Frank Zappa.
Oh, he's a legend.
Well, it's a great social commentator as well. Yeah. It's sending
Brilliant.
it up as it's happening.
Yeah.
Right. So Freak Out, 1966 double album. He sends up the entire hippie thing before it's out of like LA and San Francisco. He does all of it. Yeah, just as an aside. It's really nice.
So-
But yeah, so
So interesting, man.
indeed. Yeah, mate selection. Steve Martin taking this guy. I mean, yeah, maybe he's more. Well, you said he was a screenwriter. And he's talking about de-evolution.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he was into the band Devo. There was a bunch of these ideas around of
He might have been.
like devolving society, the simplification. A lot of new wave music is talking about that. Devo, maybe most amongst them. Negative Land is another
Yeah.
one. If you know Negative Land.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think. Wow, that car's loud. Please put your muffler back on.
Yeah, right.
It's not necessary. No one's racing here. It's not Fast and the Furious.
No.
You can't drive.
Fast and the Dummiest.
Yeah, man.
Are we not men? We are deep.
We're mice.
It's just the girl you want, and you gotta have your freedom of choice. Love that record.
Yeah, man. We could do a music hour.
Pretty much. I bet we could.
It's getting cold out here.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that was smart. I'm
Indeed.
wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, I've got 3 jackets in there. I'm like a turtle though. I've got my home on my butt.
I was just trying to look cool, but now I'm freezing cold.
Oh man.
It's messed up.
Oh. All right.
It was warmer. That's the thing about LA is,
It's the desert.
yeah.
Is the thing. It ultimately, like all of these trees, the palm trees, whatever. This is naturally a desert, is it not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, all that heat will escape. I mean, if you've ever been in the desert, it gets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, cold at night.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
oh man, I'm glad. It's good to get out. It's good to talk to you and
Same here.
just like be among people.
Indeed. And on a sit down,
Not
just like.
not all people necessarily, but
Oh, no,
just
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but
No, but you have to have some amount of discrimination.
oh, well,
I think somebody corrected me to say discernment might be more accurate.
discernment I like. Yeah,
Yeah.
discernment is because we care. I think you and I care about righting the wrongs in the world.
Sure.
That's what matters, right?
But I think they're fairly synonymous, and just one has a kind of more negative connotation. So I have to, discriminate between, the time where it is safe to cross this street and when it is not.
Yep.
And it's also I need to prejudge some things in order to operate this world. I can't just like have everything be an
Yeah.
open question.
Well
I have
said.
to prejudge a number of things. So prejudice also is somewhat necessary in certain contexts, although these things are very much overused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like maybe like a first year philosophy. Like I'm in the dorm room. I figured it out this time.
I remember. I had one awesome professor there who was probably the reason I majored in it. But everybody, if you're lucky, like at least once or twice in your life, you have a teacher like that. And this guy was. It was like some like. He just had that gift. He just had that gift to. That's a very rare quality.
To reach people.
Yeah. To explain things and. But yeah, man. You think people are gonna be out here later, or is it just
perhaps? I'm not sure. They might be. I mean, Tal rolled through to get some dog nuts, and yeah, I haven't seen. It's been you and other Eric.
The other Eric.
and Tal. I think. I mean, it was a major day yesterday, and people are trying to recoup.
There
was a lot of energy, especially like DOA and Laura were out here for a long time.
And I should probably bail if I'm going to see this movie. But what'd you say?
Yeah, totally. Go see Dune 2.
I saw you guys late. Like I got home.
Yeah.
Hours later. I'm talking like it's like 5 hours later. I turn on YouTube and I'm like, these guys are still out here.
Yeah.
Like
it's like that.
What? Yeah, it was like that. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was like what?
I mean, the thing is, they did enough preparation to make like it a family home good time out here, and so the vibes were vibing. And I went off and had dinner, and a little socialization.
Yeah.
And couldn't just go back to where I was laying in my head. Spun around here, and was in for I don't know another 90 minutes, 2 hours something. It was wonderful.
Make sure
jammed out with Laura FM. That was crazy.
That's so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of if you go on Twitter, if you can connect with me offline. So like
I'm not on X or Twitter.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's public.
So
like,
if you want to set something up, just contact me through my public email on my page.
Oh, it's on there? Okay, I'll shoot you an email. No worries.
Indeed. Thank you very much for your support. Wonderful.
Hey, Sonia. Thanks for dropping in.
Absolutely. So,
Streamer Wars.
Yeah. Coming at you. Coming in.
Yeah, I'll drop you a message. We get something to eat or just hang out. It's
super.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
connect offline.
Definitely. Yeah. Socializing offline without this. It's like I found some of that last night, and it was like, oh my God, I'm missing you so much. Because this is, I mean, there's part of the actual me that's in here, and part of it is, like a protester thing.
Yeah. So, this stuff is, it's a lot of work. It's hard.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
You got to connect with people.
That's right.
Offline. I found that to be true.
Yeah, to feel like a human.
Yeah.
Or you just get wrapped up in, I'm always gonna yell at Scientology. But I will yell at some of them, especially when I see them trafficking children. I'll shame them.
I mean, we talk about this a lot in the chat, like, because I found that people, when I observe, as someone who's covered a lot of activists and activism, like, there's a lot of ways to get to the same place.
Yes.
And I always tell people that as a reporter, I don't tell people what to do, but sometimes I'll dispense advice, not to you, but to just when people ask, like I'll.
But please go ahead.
No.
I am into receiving anybody's ideas.
Nah, it's like not my.
Right on.
Not my. I mean, it's more like I'll do it on like online or if I see some. The point being is that there's a lot of ways to get to the same goal, right? And someone in the chat said, said yesterday, I forgot what it was, but it was something about how sometimes the yelling is effective. And I couldn't deny that if you reached the goal, then, and it worked, then it worked.
See, yeah, the getting the community's attention, and say especially like in Chicago,
Yeah.
we got the attention of like business owners, of the college students,
Yeah.
of a number of people just in the neighborhood that were curious. They're like, what the heck's going
Yeah.
on here? By the end of it, the community was converted. Those kids, their defenses were up. They were ready for it.
Yeah.
And without showing like there's actually a freaking problem here, and demonstrating that there's a problem here, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, and definitely not that quick. Definitely not in the span of like one weekend or during one event. You need to like grab people a little bit. Now, to be able to convince people to leave, I mean, and for each person it's going to be different. Like, maybe some of these people are going to see like our kind of accurate critique of some of this stuff, and maybe in a slightly enraged manner, and they'll listen to that. And some people are going to listen to a more soft-spoken, now really, what do you think you're getting out of this?
Yeah.
And so it, like, my phrase might be, there's at least 750 million ways to skin a cat.
Yep. Well said.
So, yeah, just to give a sense of scale, and let's, 1 million, if you're counting 1 million, that's going to take a little over 11 days a second at a time.
Yeah, it's well said.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, if you can like, comment, and subscribe on the channel, and on Selflessself's channel.
Oh, yeah. Eric
Yeah,
LeVay.
the heroic.
Absolutely, subscribe.
And
because I'm of the impression that like your diligence, you're gonna come up, something's gonna fall in your lap if you just stay out here with your net.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right.
strategic swings
No, you're
to
right.
the net, absolutely, but that's my impression.
Yeah. Yeah. To be observing, and that's why I look at my role. Like I look at myself as an observer, and so yeah. I mean, I've always been that way. I mean, but yeah. Let's if you guys want to support the channel, there's some links in there. If you can donate, it helps me keep doing this, and that goes for Selfless too. Just, but thanks. I always thank people just for listening.
Thank you, Kimberly. She just put up your link.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
Kimberly,
mom.
thank you.
Yeah,
You don't have to do that.
Kimberly rocks.
All right, well, I'm gonna bail, man. What, you gonna hang out, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out, kind of see what's good, run the meter down. Wait, the sun's almost all the way down, and then maybe head to another spot, something like that.
Cool. Well, feel free to. I'll hit you up and
Please. Yeah, let's make some time. I'm probably gonna be taking off Thursday, so anybody.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
all right.
in the next couple of days, so it'll be good.
All right, man. Well, be safe.
We'll do.
All right.
You too.
And we'll talk soon.
Looking forward to it.
Definitely.